So I'm sorry if I bore you guys, but that's never my goal. My goal is to really try to push you guys to that next level, right? To try to help you guys see that there's more to this thing called life than what school gives you, what your parents may give you. Like, there's a lot of different things and opportunities that come with this life. So I want you guys to get every single thing that this life has for you. So with that said, the one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about this week was this thing called unforced errors, right? So I don't know if you guys watch baseball, but in baseball, if somebody like drops something or if there's a bad throw or an errant throw, like they'll blow the whistle, and instead of you getting just a run, there's what is an unforced error, and you'll just get one base instead, right? In tennis, I don't know if you guys watch tennis. I like Serena Venus Williams, but in tennis, there's this thing called unforced error, where if you hit the ball wrong or you default, like you don't just get a point, but it's an error, and the other person does get something does happen to the other person. So when I talk about unforced errors, what I want you guys to think about is in life, right? In your life specifically, what happens that's unforced? Right? Like, I'm a firm believer of controlling what you can control. What are some unforced errors that happen in school? Because I was talking to a group of students the other day, and we started naming some stuff. And an unforced error, an example would be I'm gonna give you guys an example, that I want you to say something in the chat. But an example of an unforced error is being unprepared, right? Coming to school and forgetting your pencil, forgetting to do the homework. Right, like those are unforced errors. Those are things that we can control, but if we don't do those things, something is going to happen from our teachers, something's going to happen from our school. So I'm gonna take a quick break. What are some unforced errors you guys can think of that occur to you during school? What are some unforced errors? You can just write it in the chat. What are some unforced errors that have to do with school? Yeah, I'm waiting on you guys. Not turning in assignments. Good. Come on, talk to me. What are some unforced errors? Yeah, this ain't just about me. We're going back and forth here. What are some not turning stuff in on time? I like it. So not turning in assignments, on time. Those are unforced errors. Come on, I gave you guys another one. Coming to school without your pencil, right? Coming to school without your writing utensil, getting on the bus and forgetting your book bag, huh? Come on, talk to me. Not knowing what class you go to next, not listening to the teacher. Come on. These are all things that you can control. And what I realized is the difference between successful and unsuccessful people is a very thin line. But the difference between successful and unsuccessful people are when you can limit those unforced errors. Because watch this, as an adult, the things that you do as a kid, I know you guys think that, oh, I'll just do this now, but when I become an adult, I won't do that no more. But what happens is the things you do as a kid follow you into adulthood. So an unforced error for an adult looks like having a job opportunity and you show up for the job interview late. Yep. You get a job of your dreams and you end up getting fired because you didn't read the directions and didn't know you weren't allowed to do something. If you get married but you cheat on your spouse, is an unforced error something you do or something that happens out of your control? No, you can control an unforced error. You can definitely control an unforced error, because sometimes there are things that happen outside of your control. But sometimes you do things that are in your control. You don't do things that are in your control that all of a sudden make you struggle. All of a sudden they make you have to combat. They make you have to work a little harder. They set you back and put you behind. So what happens is, as a kid, when you can't control those unforced errors, you become an adult that can't control those unforced errors. Does that make sense? You guys just put it in the chat, yes or no. Does that make sense? I don't want to confuse you guys, and I don't want to lose you guys. Does that make sense? If a kid can't remember to bring their pencil to school, then as an adult, you can't remember to wake up for school on time. I mean, for work on time, I'm sorry. There's these traits and attributes that you start learning as a kid that will benefit you as an adult. But when we start talking about unforced errors, so what you said is a forced error. I can force you into committing a foul in basketball. I can force you into fumbling. Right? Those are forced errors. But the unforced errors are things that you can control, mistakes that you just happen to make that cost you something, right? So again, as a kid, an unforced error is coming to school late, staying up on TikTok all night. So when you wake up in the morning, you're tired, not eating breakfast, not studying, right? But when we can control these unforced errors, it gives us an advantage over our competition. It gives us an opportunity to gain a little bit of an edge, so that we can be successful. Because believe it or not, that's what this whole thing is about. This thing is about us being successful. And if we know other people are going to have unforced errors and we can limit ours, that raises our opportunity to be successful.